You had a first birthday. You took your first steps. You said your first word, fell over, laughed, cried, and were the absolute center of someone's entire universe for years. And you remember exactly none of it. Your whole life before about age 3 is just gone. A blank tape. And here's the twist that messes with people. It is not because your baby brain was too dumb to record. It recorded just fine. You lost something else entirely. So today we're cracking open one of the strangest blank spots in your own head. We'll cover why it happens, why the old textbook answer is flat out wrong, the brain process that may be quietly bulldozing your earliest memories, and the unsettling possibility that those years are still in there, locked, with no key. Stick around for the last part because it changes what forgetting even means. First, the basics. Psychologists call it infantile amnesia, and everyone has it. Think hard about your earliest real memory. For most people, it lands around age 3 or 4. Before that, almost nothing. Maybe a single blurry flash of a room, and even that is often half-invented, stitched together from old photos and family stories. It is the most universal case of memory loss on Earth, and almost nobody questions it. And the obvious explanation, the one you probably just assumed, is about to fall apart. For a century, the answer was simple. Babies just can't form memories. Their brains are too undeveloped. The wiring isn't finished. End of story. Tidy, comforting, and almost certainly wrong, because babies obviously learn. A 1-year-old knows their mom, knows their favorite toy, learns that crying summons snacks. That is memory, working perfectly. And recently, scientists slid babies into brain scanners and watched the hippocampus, the brain's memory maker, light up as they encoded brand new information. The recording light was on the whole time. So if the memories are being made, where on earth do they go? Here's the leading suspect, and it is beautifully ironic. A baby's brain grows at a ferocious pace, pumping out new neurons faster than at any other point in life, especially in the hippocampus. Sounds great. More brain, more memory, right? Except cramming all those fresh neurons into the memory circuit may scramble the connections already holding your older memories. Imagine writing in a diary. Then every single night, someone rebuilds the entire bookshelf, reshuffles the pages, and repaints the room. In lab studies, when researchers slowed this neuron boom in young animals, they suddenly kept their early memories. Speed it up, and the memories vanished. Your baby brain may have literally been growing too fast to hold on. Quick question before we go deeper. Do you have a memory from when you were 2? Picture it. Now sit with this. There's a real chance your brain invented it later from a photo. Hold that thought, because it ties into the final twist. There's a second piece. Words. Before language, you had no way to tag an experience into a story. I went to the beach and felt the sand, needs, nouns, time, and a sense of you. And that you, the autobiographical self, doesn't switch on until around age 2. Non narrative, non narrative. So much of what you lived as a baby was filed in a system you can no longer read, like floppy disks in a world of USB ports. And now the part that flips the script. The newest thinking is that infantile amnesia may not be a storage problem at all. It's a retrieval problem. The memories were recorded and may still physically exist as patterns in your brain. You just can't find the door. How do we know? In animal experiments, scientists use pulses of light to switch those lost early memories back on. The memory was there the entire time, just unreachable. Buried, not deleted. So sit with this. You didn't fail to record your childhood. You recorded all of it, every face, every fear, every enormous little moment. And then your own rapidly rewiring brain quietly filed it somewhere you can't reach. Those years aren't missing. They're locked in a room in your own head, and you lost the key. And weirdly, they still run the place. The way you love, flinch, and trust was wired in the years you can't remember at all. So no, your baby brain wasn't too dumb to remember. It remembered everything. It just grew up so fast it buried the tape, walked away, and built the entire rest of you on top of it. You took your first steps, said your first word, were the center of someone's whole universe, and somewhere in there, it is all still saved in a file you may never open again.